speak into the lives of not only the people that live in Ecuador, but the missionaries that serve them and bless them, and the sacrifice that they have to go through every day to bring the word to them. I knew that this was going to take a little bit of me stepping out of my comfort zone. I just didn't quite know how much. I'm one of those that likes to make a mental plan before I ever even start a project. I can see that thing from start to finish, and I don't mind making little adjustments along the way. But if anybody's worked close enough with me, they know that when it comes to major stuff, I might come across as somebody that's about to bust a spring, you know, until I get it back under control. Well, it was evident early on that I wasn't going to be able to make this mental plan. This was supposed to be a medical and dental missions trip, but they also had a construction project going. We never were able to nail down exactly what we were going to be doing. I thought, all right, you know, I can deal with this. Especially when I found out it'd be a light construction project on an existing church. I'm thinking cakewalk. So everything's lovely, you know, just be flexible, Jim. Well, whatever it is, gotta have you ready. And you know, I knew that we took a lot for granted living in the States. And I thought I was prepared for anything I could see. You know, I've seen poverty-stricken areas of Mexico and whatnot, but you know, I got a mental picture of a church. When I hear existing church, I'm thinking steeple, grass, and carpet, and pews. When I get there, I find out that it's 2 block walls with a roof on it. And, you know, we're going to church with them Sunday morning. It was an awesome service. We had communion and everything. I even got to see the dance team, Heidi. They were awesome. But, the next morning when we showed up for work is when it really hit me. I knew I wasn't in Kansas anymore when I see the ladder. It's 2 bamboo uprights with smaller bamboo crossmen. I'm like, that ain't a ladder, them's fishing poles, man. And, you know, I'm sitting inspecting this thing looking for a weight limit. And, you know, one of the team leaders came up and said, Brother Jimmy, it looks like the construction project's going to be a wash. Do you have any problem, like, praying with people in spiritual counseling? I looked back at that ladder and I said, I like praying. Praying is my favorite. Well, so me and this other big burly guy, a construction worker named Al, spent almost the entire time, like 8 hours a day, praying with people. Everybody that came through the clinic went to spiritual counseling, and you know, sometimes it took 2 translators to get to these people. We had to go from English to Spanish, from Spanish to Quechua, and then back. And out of my comfort zone, big time. If they'd told me that that's what I was going to be doing ahead of time, I don't know that I'd have signed on. I'd been like, I can't do that. But, you know, we carried on. God's work went on. Flexible again. The very last day, we were supposed to be in another village. At the last minute, the mayor and the Catholic priests of this village decided they didn't want us there. So we wound up somewhere else. It was a pretty rough village, and we were told not to leave the church building. No, all right, we'll stay inside. It's behind big cinder block walls, gates, and, you know, we're protected. So we're back in spiritual counseling. Everything's going smooth, and all of a sudden it gets real quiet. You know, the whole mood of the place changed. We just kept on doing what we were doing until somebody informed us, look, you got 4 guys about to come back here that are gang members. I don't know why they came. They came to upset the place or whatever. Well, Big Al took one of them, and I wound up with the other 3. And I had a good translator, and I'm like, you know, gang members, that's up street ministry. Give me all 3 of them at the same time. I had a good translator, and, you know, we explained to them who Jesus was and what he came for. And I learned something. Check this out. Jesus Christos murió por todos nosotros, el mundo enteros. And that means Jesus Christ died for the whole world, all of us. Amen. And as we explained this to them, and you know that Jesus rose again on the 3rd day, and that same Spirit that rose him from the dead lives inside of us. By the time they got to us, you know, they done went through the clinic, and they've been shown respect and kindness and love and generosity. By the time they got to me, they're wondering why. So when we explained this to them, they immediately accepted Christ. Tears just running down these rough, tough rivers. But that's when it really hit me. You know, we take a lot of stuff for granted, like hot water on demand. A good cup of coffee within minutes of waking up in the morning. Water that's safe to drink in the company of our spouse. But one of the things we take most for granted is the power and the presence of the Holy Spirit. Amen. These guys cried like babies while we introduced them to something we've been knowing our entire lives. Amen. And I just don't want anybody to ever underestimate what we've been brought up with. You know, what God is here for us to do every day. And also, I just want to let you know, you ain't got to sign up on the next missions trip and travel halfway across the world in order to bring the gospel to them. We get that opportunity every time we give to Speed to Life. Yeah. We need to support world missions. Bring the gospel to the world. And also remember to pray for those missionaries and their families, because trust me, they give up a lot.